What is up, y'all? It's me, Tasha C, and welcome to the Tasha C Show. Instead of my usual other part of my intro, when I say, y'all, this is going to be quick because I'm just letting y'all know y'all might hear some stuff in the background. I'm using this lovely cell phone app, Android app, to make this show. But since my furry grandnephew wanted to, great nephew wanted to stay over. Literally, his mom was trying to put on his sweater stuff and everything, and he was ducking and dodging. So he's asleep, but he may wake up. So I got the door open just in case he needs to leave out and stuff out of my room. So this is why I might hear the noise in the background. Okay, this is probably day 43 of my Our Kings and Queens Next Door series. So due to the fact that y'all, the noise and everything. I'm probably not going to do as much, let's see here, as many, facts as I usually do. But I do have it set. I'm probably just going to read it some. Besides this, always Black History, 365 days, and so forth. This is also Women History, month as well. So we're going to go, this is blackhistory.com. I found another one. I already said, y'all, I actually have it on the page. This is one called Whatever Happened to Tammy Terrell. Tamisha Wilford Montgomery, best known as Tammy Terrell, was a star singer for Motown Records during the 1960s. She was born on April 29, 1945 in Philadelphia. From her early age, she struggled with various problems in life. Her mother was mentally ill, and she was, at the age of 11. Right, well, you know what I just said. It was sexually violated, rape. At an early age, she started to suffer from migraine headaches. However, in 1965, her career as a singer began to take off when she caught the attention of Motown Records founder and CEO Berry Gordy. He signed her, and she later released her first R&B Top 40 single called I Can't Believe You Love Me. That song was followed almost immediately by the success of Come On and See Me. In early 1967, Motown hired Terrell to start singing duets with Marvin Gaye. Their first song together, Ain't No Mountain High Enough, became a major crossover pop hit that same year, reaching number 19 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 3 on the R&B charts. Terrell was finally being established as an international superstar. But her migraines and headaches were becoming more frequent and more intense. Doctors later diagnosed her with a malignant tumor on the right side of her brain. After recovering from her first surgery, Terrell returned to Hitsville, and achieved more success with Marvin Gaye with big duet songs like You're All I Need to Get By and Ain't Nothing Like the Real Thing. But her health continued to decline, and eventually she was ordered by a doctor to stop performing altogether. Sadly, Tammy Terrell died on March 16th, 1970. She was only 24 years old. At the time of her timely death, she was confined to a wheelchair and was suffering blindness and hair loss and weighed only 93 pounds. Let me just see if there's anything else I want to say on the page. I'm just scanning to see if this would be... Alright, let's go to this one. I just want to scan real quick, and then I'm going to go off to another website. This first man almost became the first African-American to go to space. Edward Joseph Dwight Jr., who was the first African-American to enter the U.S. Force training program, which NASA selected astronauts, was born September 9th, 1933 in Kansas City, Kansas. He almost became the first African-American to travel to outer space, but didn't quite happen that way. From a young age, he showed a particular interest in art and an early passion in flying in airplanes. Eventually, his achievements and skills in art led to a scholarship offer from the Kansas Art Institute. However, he didn't continue his studies in arts because his father insisted he become an engineer to make more money. So, in 1953, Dwight earned an associate's degree in engineering from Kansas City Junior College, and that same year he enlisted in the Air Force. In 1957, Dwight graduated from Arizona State University with a degree in astronautical engineering. His engineering background and intense training allowed him to accumulate over 9,000 hours of flight time, which opened the door for him to enter the test pilot school at Edwards Force Base in Kern County, California. During that time, the United States government wanted to show the world that they were the most progressive country technologically, and the White House wanted their astronauts to be perceived as national heroes that would represent the country's diversity. The Kennedy administration knew that a black astronaut would be an inspired display opportunity for African Americans across the country. They wanted Dwight to be the one to make history, but he was met with a lot of disapproval and prejudice from other NASA future astronauts. The head of his flight test school even went as far as claiming that Dwight was only admitted because of his permit treatment. He even insisted that Dwight only passed the fourth portion of the course with special assistance from instructors. All of this hurt Dwight's chances of becoming America's first black astronaut, but he was not discouraged. He officially applied to be a NASA astronaut in 1963 and was one of the 23 people recommended by the U.S. Air Force. But in total, 136 people applied for that mission, only 14 were selected. Sadly, Dwight was not one of them. When President Kennedy was assassinated later that year, Dwight no longer had anyone of a significant power and influence on his side. In fact, no African American would fly in space until 20 years later when Guy Buford flew aboard the Challenger in 1903 under the Reagan administration. Meanwhile, Dwight retired from the Air Force in 1960 and returned to art. He wanted to design monuments and sculptures around the world for more than 40 years. Okay, let's get off of that. What time is it, y'all? Sorry, I didn't mean to pause. Let's go back to this. Let's go famous African Americans. Okay. Althea Gibson. Althea Gibson was a tennis player and late professional golfer who became the first African-American woman to cross the racial barrier and compete professionally in both sports. She was born on August 25, 1927 in South Carolina. Her family was under severe financial duress due to the Great Depression and moved to Harlem to find better work and support themselves. She was an athlete of an athletic nature from a young age and was a skilled table tennis player. At the age of 12, she became New York's women's table tennis champion. Her family friends recognized her talent from an early age and rallied together to gather funds for her training in lawn tennis. She acquired a junior membership to get lessons at the Cosmopolitan Tennis Club in Harlem. Because of the strict racial divide, she was not allowed to enter the club or play during daylight hours while the other members were present. As a result, she learned at night, when the lines weren't clearly visible. Gibson later stated that this helped her get a very accurate idea of where the lines were without even being able to see them, which contributed to her later professional success. She won her first professional tournament, the American Tennis Association New York State Championship, in 1941 at the age of 14. She won again in 1944 and in 1945 before losing in the final in 1946. After that, she won the title for 10 straight years from 1947 to 1956. Her prowess was noted in many circles, and she gained support of a Virginia doctor named Walter Johnson, who supported her training and helped her gain access to more professional tournaments and competitions. In 1946, she moved to North Carolina, where she was enrolled in high school, and later Florida A&M University on a full athletic scholarship. In 1950, she was invited to play at the United States National Championships, later renamed the U.S. Open, due to an article written in her support by Alice Marble. She made it to the second round, and her participation received wide media attention. It was a huge step for African Americans to compete professionally in a major sporting event at a time where racial barriers were considered the norm. Althea Gibson won her first international tournament in Jamaica in 1951, and the same year became the first African American to compete in Weldon. I don't. Why would I get this mess up? Like I haven't heard that before. By 1953, her ranking had risen to the world number 7. And in 1956, she won her first Grand Slam event, the French Open, followed by the Wimbledon title in 1957. She was the first African American to win a Wimbledon, and against the norm was awarded her trophy professionally by Queen Elizabeth II. In 1957 and 1958, she was named Female Athlete of the Year by the Associated Press. She was also the first black woman to appear on the covers of Sports Illustrated and Time magazine. Despite her professional success, she was struggling financially and often played exhibition matches to make ends meet. Ain't this about something? After retiring professional tennis in 1971, Gibson competed professionally in golf tournaments, although she could not achieve the same level of success. She was also a talented saxophonist and singer and made her debut at the Apollo Theater Amateur Talent Contest in 1943. She recorded an album and performed on the Ed Silverton Show. Althea Gibson began to suffer from heart problems and died on September 2003 at the age of 76. She is remembered as a pioneer and one of the most talented professional players of all time. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Anyone else I wanted to say anything over here? No, y'all. I'm sorry. This is going to be another short one today. I hope y'all enjoyed my mini short. It's not short, it's a 5-minute one, but my short podcast, like I said, y'all, just in case, some noise and stuff in the background, I figure I'll just go ahead. There is March the 14th to 2020. So those got blessed, stay safe, and I will see y'all in tomorrow podcast. All right, take care, y'all.